I am here to bring you a video here on WWE 2K17. ING released this teaser photo to kind of demonstrate who might appear in today's roster reveal, which will be happening at 9 specific time this morning. Automatically, the first two things that pop out to you is the fact that we actually have the Lucha Dragons. Sin Cara being represented by the Blue Dragon, Kalisto represented by the Yellow Dragon. So we will most likely be seeing them here in the roster debut. We also have the Rock's logo right in the back, right on this building, the Brahma Bull. So again, the Rock most likely going to be in the 2K16 roster reveal later on today. You look at this sign. The thing that you will notice is it says Kids Park, Tyson Kidd. I mean, it pretty much spells it out for you right there, as Colin Cass would say. Right here on the wall, you actually see what looks to be demon face paint. So I would definitely say that Finn Balor will probably be revealed tonight or this morning. We have the Black Sheep, Braun Strowman. That's an obvious one right there. We have Flames representing Kane, who I'm honestly not surprised, would see, just like any of these other entrances. We have the Andre the Giant Memorial Trophy. Obviously, at first when I saw it, I really thought Baron Corbin, but I'm looking at the Lone Wolf right here, which is definitely Corbin. The Andre the Giant Trophy is most likely representing the man himself, Andre the Giant. We have a Bulldog. I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say, the British Bulldog will most likely be revealed. Speaking of British Bulldog, another member of the Hart Dynasty, Bret the Hitman Hart. We see his sunglasses sitting on the bench right here. We have Triple H in the fountain. We can see kind of Triple H spitting up the water. We got the Crown. Now, the Crown stumped me at first. I was at first thinking Jerry Lawler, but that is not Jerry Lawler's crown. Actually, in fact, I believe it's Haku, mainly because if you actually was to unlock the King Haku entrance stuff in WWE 2K16, that crown is the same one that appeared on the Titron, but it's also the same one that actually appeared on Haku's King Haku attire. We have a snake. It could represent the Viper Randy Orton, but I think it's most likely representing Jake the Snake Roberts instead. In the background, I'm actually going to zoom up for you on this one. You actually have a star, and the star is actually in the midst of dust. So Stardust is going to make his last WWE video game appearance, at least for the time being. Another interesting, before I get to another interesting thing I found, we have the Japanese lettering that appears on Hideo Itami's Titrons. So Hideo Itami, almost certain, will probably be in the game. Then we have a donkey with the word bad on its rear end. At first, I was thinking, it could be Team Bad, Sasha, Tamina, and Naomi. But I'm looking at it, and I think that first of all, the animal and the location of the animal that the word is actually on, I think it makes it a little bit more interesting. Obviously, another word for butt is, the A and then double S. Billy Gunn. He had a nickname. Bad, you could fill in the blank. Billy Gunn. And I'm almost positive that it's most likely for Billy Gunn, despite his firing from the company earlier this year. Or was that last year? So I already talked about the Lone Wolf Baron Corbin. The last thing I'm going to talk about was probably one of the more interesting things, but this is also probably one of the least likeliest of superstars. I saw the caution radioactive area, and at first I was really thinking, this has to be for some superstar. Um, and I could not honestly come to a conclusion of which superstar the radioactive area, what the caution could represent. Um, but I did know that it did kind of, at least the coloring scheme did look familiar. And there was one superstar that came to mind, and that superstar was none other than Owen Hart. And I'm actually going to show you, for real, that this was Owen Hart. He had an attire, it said danger instead of caution, but it also had the same exact color scheme that we actually see right there. So is it a possibility that Owen Hart might be in a WWE video game? I mean, WWE did release the Owen Hart DVD. I guess, within the last year. So, I guess it is a possibility that WWE did finally pull some strings to get Owen Hart into a video game. To my knowledge, if Owen Hart is indeed in this video game, that will be the first time since Warzone, I believe, or Attitude, whichever one came last. So, will Owen Hart be in the game? I don't know, but if this caution, this radioactive area, this really truly represents Owen Hart, I'd actually be really surprised, but I'd also really anticipate getting to play as one of the, as Owen being out, he'd definitely be a fresh face to the video game, and it would just, wow, that would really surprise me if it actually ended up being him. And I would honestly be surprised if they actually did get him in a game and that he wasn't DLC, because knowing 2K, they would like to make anything DLC. So let me know what you think. If I missed out on anything possible in this picture, I looked as much as I could into the details, trying to figure it out. I have, like 21 superstars, I believe, that I kind of got from this picture. So if I missed anything, if you guys have any other comments, let me know in the comment section.